Alright, so now we're going to start moving on to how you women are getting in our ways with God. Justin.
Okay, so kind of just another one of the less obvious reasons that it's not a good idea to get into relationships when we think we're ready for it. Because a lot of the times, you know, God's got this whole plan for us all set out and everything. You know, it's set in stone. He knows what's going on. He knows what's going to happen. And a lot of the times when a guy gets in a relationship, he gets distracted from the things in life that really matter. In this case, this is the point in time where God's trying to, you know, really working on us. You know, we're the clay, and He's forming us into what we need to be right now. And this is, you know, during the teenage years, that's when all that's happening and stuff. You know, that's when it's at its peak. And so when a guy gets in a relationship, he gets distracted from the things that God's showing him, you know, the way that he should go and stuff. And, you know, you can't put that all on the woman he's getting in a relationship with, but it's hard because even if the woman is a Christian woman that, you know, thinks she's, you know, all good with God and knows what she's doing, she doesn't know what God's plan is for that guy, and so she may have this plan set out in her head of what, how the relationship's going to go and what the guy's going to turn out to be like. She might have that all, you know, written down, you know, whatever. But the more that she plans out, the more that it's going to differ from what God actually has planned. And so, it will kind of, God's going to be like, WTF, what's going on, you know, come on lady, what are you doing to my son here, you know. So, and that's, part of the blame is on the woman definitely, but part of it is, you can't put the blame completely on her because it's one of the things that you can't tell that it's going wrong. Like, you know, when something happens, like when a guy's cheating on you, you can tell that that's wrong. You can tell that that's not what you're supposed to be doing. But when you are trying to help out, when you're being sincere, when your heart's into it and everything, and you still, you know, persist on fixing the guy's life and stuff, it's just, it goes downhill from there because God's just like, oh, come on, what are you doing? And he just, I don't know, he just doesn't, I just don't think that's how we were designed to, you know, work and stuff. So it's definitely one of those things that you can't tell that you're doing, and there's no way you can say, oh, I'm not messing anything up. And that definitely goes for guys too. You know, if, you know, God's working on the girls right now to become godly women, and the guy tries to hook up with a girl, that's the exact same thing happens. He screws up God's plans, and now he's looking at us going, oh, guys, what are you doing to my daughters here, you know? So, I don't know, I think that's all we had on that, but...
Say mama, say mama never said it would be like this. I never knew such bliss existed. Or maybe it's just so indescribable. Love was liable to get her twisted.